A member from Haldeman, Norfolk.
Speaker. Thanks, Speaker. Yeah, many of us do have experiences with the towing industry. Mine have been positive down in Haldeman, Norfolk. We've got local companies and garages. They help out with understanding and honesty, and their reputation is evident. Same goes for CAA. I've been a long-standing member, and I value their service. However, I do recall an incident a number of years ago with I used to own a 1963 Plymouth Slant 6, got towed off a Toronto street, and I finally got around to tracking it down, and after hearing about the storage charge and the parking ticket, I decided to walk away. We have an expression down our way: never drive a car you can't afford to walk away from. Happened several times. And I know there was a bit of a confrontation in the yard because I wasn't going to pay for it, but I did want to get my tools out of the trunk. Now, in some quarters, it has gotten much worse. As we just heard, we read the media reports of the pirates out on the 401 and the QEW through the GTA. And so we know there's good guys and there's bad guys. Back in November, Peter Cheney wrote a Globe and Mail article about some of the horror stories. The headline: "Pirates on the highway are costing Ontario driver billions." And Mr. Cheney describes how tow truck drivers, as we know, they dial into police frequencies and they wait. We've all seen the truck and driver waiting on the ramps. The article reports a day's pay can range from $150 to 5 figures, and apparently, according to the article, tow truck drivers can make up to $10,000 in one call as they work the system. According to the writer, there's an ugly roadside game with padded bills, under-the-table payments from paralegals, rehab clinics, and body shops. There are reputable tow truck drivers out there. I know many of them. However, a crash or a breakdown, for example, on the 401, can go either way. If lucky, a motorist gets a fair treatment, reasonable rates, good service, or they can find themselves, and I quote the article, plunged into another world of exorbitant fees, kickback-laden referrals, barbed wire impound lots where the car is held hostage until the bill is paid. He continues, running through the heart of the country's biggest city, Highway 401 is the Grand Banks of towing. Sometimes it's the Somali coast. According to a provincial task force that investigated insurance fraud, unscrupulous tow truck operators are at the front line of a black market enterprise that costs Ontario drivers $2 billion each year. The task force found that this type of fraud adds up to about $700 on every GTA insurance bill. Wow. So, as I said, there are many good tow truck drivers, CAA. I think of Meisner's down my way, Queensway Garage, Shorts Garage, just to name a few. But when I hear about another issue, the vehicle storage scams, and again, I can't help but wonder whether this legislation we're talking about today, like yesterday I was debating Bill 171, an act respecting insurance system reforms and repair and storage liens. And today we're debating this newly introduced Roadside Assistance Protection Act, again, with respect to storage. I trust there's no duplication here. I hope there isn't. The Bill 171 amendment to the Repair and Storage Liens Act was designed to stop fraudsters from charging exorbitant storage rates. My question, to what extent does this new bill try and do the same thing? Some storage facilities will begin to charge the owner of the vehicle immediately, and the problem is the owner may not know that. Current legislation allows the facility to hold the vehicle for 60 days. The revenues build up before they're notified. So, Speaker, I hope this initiative is done as efficiently as possible. We don't need more red tape or paper pushing for the industry, and we don't need to punish everyone for a few bad apples. Our fear, unnecessary red tape, over-regulation, when it comes to the, as was mentioned, the certification and the training of owners and operators and driving. not everyone needs that kind of training. Not everyone's on the 401. The last thing we need is a repeat of the College of Trades. Thank you, Speaker.
Further responses? The member from Timiskaming.